Hi, in this video we will cover parallel structure questions. So what is it? Parallel structure is the idea that when two or more words, phrases, clauses are linked, they should share the same structure. So they should be verb, 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 noun, 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 or similarly, if whichever part of speech they are, they should have the same structure. Okay, so Penny likes running, biking, and to swim. Right? This is incorrect. The correct is Penny likes running, biking, and swimming. Right? So running is an ing form of the verb sometimes called a gerund. So we have ing form of the verb, ing form of the verb, and then we have to swim, which is a simple present form of the verb. Hence, this is incorrect. We should follow the same structure. So running, biking, and swimming makes it a correct sentence. On your official SAT, you are likely to see 1 to 2 questions that require you to identify and avoid parallel structure errors in the underlined portion of sentences. Parallel structure errors will show up in lists of 2 or more. Parallel list. Lists can include many parts of speech, include verbs, adjectives, nouns, and prepositional phrases. List items must have the same grammatical structure and function. Okay, number one, parallel structure rules. Rule number one, different parts of speech shouldn't be mixed in a list. So the incorrect sentence is sentences written with parallel structure are tidy, elegant, and persuade effectively. Right? So this is wrong because tidy is an adjective, right? And elegant is an adjective, and persuade is a verb, right? So the correct form would be sentences written with parallel structure are tidy, elegant, and effective. Number two, compound words should be conjugated in the same tense and should serve the same subject. So the incorrect sentence is Aladdin closed his eyes, gripped the lamp, and had rubbed with all his might. Right? So as you said, the compound verbs should be conjugated in the same tense, right? So we have closed, we have gripped, and then we should have rubbed. We should not have had rubbed. Number three, lists shouldn't include both phrases and independent clauses. There are two ways to get to the Olympics: training hard enough to qualify as an athlete, or you buy yourself some tickets, right? So at the second part, you buy some tickets, that is an independent clause, right? Which doesn't make sense because the first part of the list is a phrase, it's a dependent clause, and the second is an independent clause, right? They should have the same structure. So the correct sentence is there are two ways to get to the Olympics: training hard enough to qualify as an athlete, or buying tickets. Number fourth is when listing noun phrases, each phrase should have a similar structure. So, a lack of good dental hygiene habits can cause a range of long term health problems, from tooth decay to increasing one's risk of heart disease. Right? So, what we have is tooth decay, which is a noun, and then we have increasing, which is an ing form of the verb, right? So either they should both be an ing form of the verb, or both of them should be um, a noun, right? So let's correct this. A lack of good dental hygiene habits can cause a range of long-term health problems, from tooth decay to an increase in one's risk of heart disease, right? Increase is a noun. Okay, number one, top tip. Avoid unnecessary repetition. So, parallel structure errors often occur when a word or phrase that helps set up a list is repeated within the list. So, incorrect is the trapezist soared through the air with speed, grace, and with precision. Right? The correct form is obviously the trapezist soared through the air with speed, grace, and precision. Right? The correct form has the same structure throughout the list. Number two, focus on what you can change. So, parallel structure often show up in questions that ask you to revise the underlined portion of the sentence. Some list items will be underlined where others may not be. To find most parallel choice, match what you can change to what you can't. Okay, so compared to a personal automobile, the public transportation is cheaper, safer, and environmentally friendly, right? So, environmentally friendly is not underlined, which tells me that environmentally friendly is the correct one, right? So the underlined words cheaper and safer, they should match with the non-underlined words in the list, right? So the correct form is compared to a person automobile, public transportation is cheap, safe, and environmentally friendly. Practice. Okay, so let's do a sample question. Water treatment plants keep public safe by removing pesticides, bacteria, and removing other contaminants from the water supply. Right. So we have a list here. First item of the list is pesticides, which is a plural noun. The second item of the list is also a plural noun. The third item of the list here is an ing form of the verb. Hence, this is wrong. This should also be a noun and preferably a plural noun, right? If we look at the option choices, for A, B, and C, whichever option choice we do choose, the third item of the list is not a noun. But if you go with D, right? So if you go with D, then the sentence becomes water treatment plants keep the public safe by removing pesticides, bacteria, and other contaminants from the water supply. Other contaminants is a plural noun. Hence, this is a correct sentence, and the whole sentence has the same structure in the list. Right, so this is it for the parallel structure. This is how you handle them. In the next video, we will cover another grammar topic.